Malix was gone and the boys were finally safe. GTFO now! GTFO. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with the group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malix was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weighing down on my heart. My impending freedom and no more magical bullshit. I don't think that's heavy feeling. It was late, but the boys led me inside and I turned on the lights in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
Yeah, we can. You can leave. I can get back to my life. It's gonna be great.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
Oh, I thought you'd like having someone breathing down your neck, Eric.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
Can I hit you early?
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
Good night, James. Good night, Damien. I looked to Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Like, I'm freaking panicked. I got kidnapped today. Yeah, that sounds good. I just wanted to end tonight. Too much had happened and felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
Yes. I mean, well, Sam, yes. The rest of you will see. Well, I'm guessing you're a group package, so... The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal, and they were now awaiting me to decide their fate. However, I knew my answer. I don't get to choose? That's not fair. I couldn't keep them here. I knew I couldn't. They were demons, and I was a human. I needed to deal with my own life beyond anything else. If the boys stayed, my life would only become more complicated. As we witnessed today with the devil kidnapping! I think that would be best. James nodded in agreement, keeping a professional tone in his voice, as he replied to me. Oh, don't give me sad looks, boys. It'll be okay.
Then we will be gone before you wake, miss.
Aw,
Thank you for letting us stay here as long as we did.
no problem. James, you were genuinely a good guest. I would have you back. Same with Damien and Matthew. Eric and Sam, they're Eric and Sam. I could feel the upset emotions of the incubi reverberating in the room. But I couldn't change my mind. I had too much going on in my life to let them stay, no matter how much I wanted them to.
It was a pleasure to have served you, beautiful lady.
Oh, you had your moments of okayness. You just were a little too much for me in this life. It was hard watching each boy turn away from me for the last time. I stood there, watching them all to leave the lobby.
I guess this is goodbye. Yeah. Have a good one.
Fuck off, Sam. Fuck off. I stuck to my guns. I knew I was making the right choice.
Thank you for having us, miss.
Aww.
Maybe we'll see each other again.
You, much like James, are welcome back anytime. Just not with your bros. Maybe, maybe not.
Goodbye.
Another life, Damien. Another life. Goodbye. As Damien left my sight, I finally let the air that I was denying into my body inside. My life would return to normal. Well, as normal as it could be. However, I was smarter and wiser than before. So, progress. We had an experience. It may not have been a good one, but we grew from it. We learned we can fight demons. Go team. I knew of things beyond the humanity now. I had come to learn about the boys, about the existence of the supernatural. I wasn't blind to what was beyond human life. Learning of this made me more open-minded. I nodded to myself before heading into my room, closing the door and mentally allowing the reality of the situation to sink in. Tomorrow, I had school. No devils to kidnap me, no incubi to wake up with. Oh, you never woke up with incubi? Come on, isn't that kind of game? I went to bed that night accepting and not regretting anything. ... Achievement unlocked. Someone get the caramel! Or so I had hoped. Hello?
You are an interesting creature.
Thank you! I don't know who you are, but thanks. Ah! Giant woman! I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
Yeah, too early. I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement. Yeah, I understand being angry about this.
Why do the boys like you?
I don't know.
You're
I'm the main
unique,
character?
yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Hey, you notice my uniqueness, but you notice my charisma, nerve, and talent. Wait, are you like White RuPaul? Are you really a drag queen? I mean, it would explain some things. Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, whoever she was making me mad. She must have known as she let another smirk grow on her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
It could, but I think it's more I'm the main character. Before I could bite her hand in anger, she moved her hand from my lips, standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. Oh, yeah, she is pretty. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. Who the hell are you and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world.
Yeah.
You can call me Diana, little human.
Like Princess Di or Dad of the Hunt? What do you mean? Diana? Demon? You're a demon.
I am. But I'm much more than just an average demon.
Are you now? What do you mean?
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
Of course you are! Of course! 'Cause why not? I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus? Oh, come on. You know they're incubi. Why is a succubus hard to believe? Come on. First incubi, now succubus? Great. I have now met both genders of sex demons. Girl, you attract them. What can I say? Diana crossed her arms at her bosom and looked at my body. Hey, girl, you're not my type.
Well, you are pretty.
Thank you?
A goody little two-shoes, aren't you?
I try. I moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Well, I came here to clean up what the boys clearly forgot to clean. Men. So sloppy.
I know. Let's generalize about them together and bond as women do. What do you mean by that?
I mean erasing your memories, sweetie.
What? I'm not okay with this. This woman wasn't serious, was she? She comes into my room and spouts this? This was ridiculous. I began to walk toward my door, wanting to leave the room. The boys could get rid of her. I had no mind about dealing with her myself.
The boys are gone, sweetie.
What? Why? I froze in place. What? They were gone already? No way! I turned to Diana. Glaring hard at her, she kept a smirk to me. You're lying.
Am I? If you want to go see for yourself, you can. But I promise you'll be wasting your time.
Gee, thanks. I stared, trying to find any hint if she was lying. She had to be. The boysman just up and leave without resisting first, right? Diana crossed her arms and waited for me to make a choice. I decided to believe her for now. I'd find some hint in the conversation. What do you mean, take my memories?
Well, we demons can't have just anyone knowing about us. You have to completely devote your soul to learning about us. And even then, it's not always guaranteed that you can be granted knowledge of us.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Also, why there's just enough information out there that people know they exist, or they know there's. I don't want to say they know they exist because that's not it, but stories of these creatures of legend are abound, but no one actually knows they're real or not. That makes sense. What makes me not deserve to know everything? I was attacked by devils. I found the boys in my house, wounded, and sheltered them. I think I deserve to remember those moments. Do ya? Do you really, Mika? Because, we have been trying to go down the path of normalcy here. I'm just saying. Diana let out a laugh, running a hand through her hair before looking back to me amused.
You were attacked by a gang and were almost killed. You found 5 homeless men and let them stay in your home. There's nothing special about either of these instances.
When you put it that way, true. Yes, there was.
A human like you can't understand the rules. The boys themselves aren't even aware of the rules.
Ah.
They'll learn soon enough.
You're probably a very good teacher. Janet flipped her hair before looking at me with a stern look.
Listen, sweetie. You're not going back to bed or leaving this house with those memories. I'm taking them from you one way or another.
Or you could just have them, Here you go. You're so good. I glared, standing my ground. You're not taking my memories. I'm not letting you take them.
And what do you plan to do with them, huh? Tell the press? Gossip to your friends that demons exist? Confess to your parents that you had demon servants and were almost killed by a devil gang?
No. Yes. I don't know. Maybe. I have to imagine it would make for a very good novel. Maybe, dare I say, a visual novel. Like a dating sim. Now she was making me mad. Now she is? I'm pretty sure this is continuing making you mad. Did you seriously think I was this stupid? These memories were precious to me. Why? I wasn't going to let her win over my mind. These memories are important to me. I know that other creatures exist. I know that magic exists. I'm more open-minded now.
Open-minded or gullible?
Is there really a difference? Just saying. What did she mean by that? Me being open-minded was to be open to all thought. How was that anything close to being gullible?
There is nothing to learn from remembering the boys that won't bring trouble. I'm merely saving you from that. There are more than just demons who want to keep their existence a secret.
Really? Such as?
There are many creatures in this world that don't want to be known of. And you remembering a small fragment is not acceptable to them without good reason.
I see your point. Diana smirked.
If you would have kept the boys, or at least had one of them around, they'd be a little more lenient to listen to your pleas.
Really?
However, you're about to go into tomorrow without any of them around.
True. I couldn't believe my ears. There were more than just demons. Other fictional creatures existed? There was a system. What? Diana sighed and snapped her fingers, lifting my body up from the ground with her magic.
Look, I can kill you and no longer waste what little time I have, or I can erase your memories and go on with my life. I have more important things to do above arguing with you.
Choices. I looked down at the ground to see something. Every nerve in my body quickly quake in fear. On the ground was a large open mouth with sharp, wet teeth, leading to an empty black abyss. I could feel the heat from the mouth's breath pant against my floating body. And time to save. Because, yeah, there might be a choice to make soon. And I like to possess the power of save state. Ah! I looked to Deanna, who was looking at me with a stern and almost heartless gaze.
Make a choice, sweetie. Give up your memories or be a demon's snack. I warn you, he's quite the biter.
I was panicking. I was about to die. Again. The boys weren't here to protect me. What was I going to do? You know what? Fight. I wasn't going to let her win. I knew I could fight her. Come on, I fought a devil earlier. I'll be fine. I began to pull on the hold on me roughly. My mind was fighting, but my body wasn't responding.
You still wish to fight?
Always. Deanna rubbed her temples before walking to me.
I've had enough of this.
Really? All of a sudden, Deanna grabbed my head, making my mind blank out. I felt large waves of energy zip from my body and my mind at her touch, but it intensified as Deanna placed her lips on mine. No, bad. I didn't kiss back. I didn't fight. I couldn't do anything. I could only stare as she drained my body of energy. My body began to go limp and my mind grew insanely heavy. If I wasn't floating, I would surely be on the ground passed out. How was she able to pull this much energy without doing anything more than kissing me? I would never know. She's a succubus! The boys pulled the same trick night 1. I would never know. Soon my whole body felt numb, and I felt like an empty spirit floating in midair. Diana slightly frowned at the sight.
Such a waste.
Agreed. Diana ran a hand over my hair, twirling a strand around her finger.
So long, sweetie.
Don't call me sweetie. Before I knew it, I was falling. She had let me go. I could only close my eyes. I didn't even feel a thing. So long, sweetie, and oh. Yeah, this is another one of those multiple endings we could get. But like I said, I possess the power of save state. In other words, she just fed me to a hell beast. Or a pit beast, or whatever it is. But that is not how it's going down, because I want my normal life. I'm just saying. And I do possess the power of save state. And time to skip. You know what? Knowing that I very much can die here. Just saying. You know what? Take my memories. My mind began to wander. Were the memories truly worth my life? No, they're not. I remembered the way the boys helped organize the house party and helped me home after Malix's ordeal. Yeah, they caused Malix's ordeal. But then I remembered I'm only human. I wasn't a demon. I wasn't special. Again, we've talked about this. You are the special. You're the main character. The world of magic was too large for me. I already had a world to face without magic being involved. You know, college, life, getting old, a day job, significant other. You know, I have some stuff going on. I felt a wave of sadness run through me, replaying the memories of all that had happened the past few days one last time, before speaking up. Fine. Take my memories. I couldn't keep them. They were beyond my world. They were beyond what I needed to know. I was never meant to know of them. Deanna nodded.
Glad you understand now.
Oh, I always understood, just, you know. Mika needed a few minutes to work through it. You know how it is, main characters. The pit piece below me closed its jaws, vanishing into nothing. As I was lowered to the ground, I stood up straight and looked to Deanna, resolved. Deanna sighed before closing her hand and muttering Latin phrases under her breath, loud enough for me to barely hear. She then opened her hand and revealed a small purple vial. What is that?
A memory potion. It will
Really?
remove all of the memories of demons and magic from your mind. With the memories gone, you can live your life as free as you want.
Cool. Good to know. What about the boys?
I have a spell for them. As soon as you drink that potion, you sign your contract with me, and I will take the boys back to where they belong.
You mean we're not doing it in blood or anything? Cool. Painless option it is. Will they remember me?
I'll make sure they won't.
Cool.
They won't even remember ever thinking about coming to the human world.
Okay. That's probably for the best. You know, they got their life, I got mine. I can deal with that. Why didn't you use it before now? Why do I have to drink it knowingly?
Because demon magic isn't black and white, dear.
Ah, cool. Good to know.
The one catch is that the potion has to be drunk with full natural consent. So I can't just slip it into your chocolate milk or pour it into your mouth as you sleep. That's the downside of good succubus magic.
Good succubus magic? So, in theory, there's bad succubus magic? So I'll be...
A plain, boring human.
cool.
No potential.
Hey!
No abilities.
Hey!
No memories to even have abilities. You'll be a plain Jane girl in a plain Jane world.
But not a Barbie girl in a Barbie world? That's more what I was aspiring for, you know? Although I don't think I'd look good as a blonde. I nodded before looking to the vial. My memory in exchange for my humanity. I popped the cork of the vial and gingerly brought it to my lips. Goodbye, magic. Goodbye, demons. Goodbye, strange future. Hello, normalcy. Chug, chug, chug. I tilted my head back and chugged the drink down, feeling its magic already starting to work as it reached the insides of my mouth. I felt dizzy and sick, but I sucked down every last drop of the liquid. It turns out you weren't supposed to drink the whole thing at once. You were supposed to take like a tiny medicine dropper every day, but, you know, now you don't remember anything. You have no clue who you are. I felt the memories of the boys fade away. I never met them in my house when I moved in. I was never attacked by Malix or his goons. I was never kidnapped. I never met Diana. As I finished the drink, I felt my body grow weak, almost becoming unable to continue standing up. My vision was blurred and fuzzy, and I couldn't help but let my eyes shut. I asked for this. I wouldn't have the boys protecting me anymore. Girl, you're not taekwondo. You'll be fine. I didn't even open my eyes when I finally fell down into Diana's arms.
It's for your own good, sweetie. Forget about it and be normal.
Will do. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Don't lie. I felt my mind slowly relax. There were no demons, no devils, no magic to drive me crazy. Oh, magic to drive you crazy, you say? Waggles eyebrows. Everything was normal. Everything was peaceful. Everything was ordinary. Just the way Diana wanted. And who's Diana? Just the way I wanted. Exactly. Eventually the morning arrived and the sun screamed at me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock, which was nice. And a habit I need to break you of, Mika. I stretched out and quickly got dressed, getting ready for school. I went over it in my mind what had happened over the weekend, suddenly feeling wary. I had moved in on Friday night, I held a house party on Saturday, and I enjoyed my Sunday. Yep, sounds right. Legit. Nothing else happened. No weird bullshit. Just an ordinary weekend. I scooped up my bag and headed downstairs to the dining room. The room was empty and I felt hungry. I needed to eat something. I looked at my phone and saw a text I must have completely forgotten about. Naomi asked if I was okay. If I was okay? What did she mean? Did something happen yesterday? I tried to remember, but for some reason, yesterday's events seemed blurry and almost blank. I remembered going to school, doing Flazette, then going home. I don't remember, however, what exactly went on. I must have been, or else I wouldn't be safe at home. Huh, that's weird. I rubbed my head, trying to shake out exhaustion. Damn studying. Exactly. It's all the studying's fault. I sighed and texted back. Sorry, I forgot to text you back. Everything was fine. See you guys when I get here. I made myself some quick toast and coffee, needing a jump start. I felt drained, and I did not want to fall asleep in class. Something bothered me, though. My house felt empty, or at least emptier than when I came here for some reason. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it slightly bothered me. I finished my food and quickly rushed to the front, waiting for Naomi's car, and confident that nothing was going to happen. I avoided talking about what happened yesterday. I'll be with you guys from now on to and from school. Yeah, do my bidding. As we entered the school, we quickly gathered our things from our lockers and headed to class. There were no events, to my surprise. Naomi and Zuzu took their seats around me, Zuzu in front of me, Naomi beside me, before the class bell rang and the class was greeted by our teacher. History wasn't as boring as economics, but I still managed to space out in class just the same. Girl, be a little bit more into your studies, come on. Naomi seemed to be very tense, focused on her desk more so than usual. I was almost tempted to poke her and see what was wrong. My phone, though, vibrated in my pocket. Thank God I set to vibrate before class. Oh, you set it to vibrate, eh? Where exactly is this pocket again? What are we talking about? I pulled out my phone and checked it, seeing the text from Zuzu. I began to text back, suddenly going into a text conversation. Because, you know, why do I even pretend I care about school at this point anymore?
Dude, what's up with Naomi?
I don't know. She looks kind of mad. I don't know.
Man, I hope everything's alright with her.
You could just
This
ask
isn't like her at all.
No, it's not. Same here. I looked over once again at Naomi. She was intensely scribbling in her notebook, almost obsessively so. The grip of her new-looking purple pencil was almost tight enough to bend at each stroke she made with it.
By the way, Kay kinda let me in on what's going on with Naomi.
Who? Do tell. What's going on with her?
Apparently, Naomi's got a crush on
Ooh.
someone. Like, a huge crush.
Aw.
She's been to the cafe to see Kay multiple times since the beginning of the school year.
Aw. Why isn't she telling us? We're besties. Really? I couldn't believe it. Was Naomi having romance troubles? I looked over once more. Something made my heart slightly skip at seeing her again. I was worried, yes, but for some reason, I felt a little angry. Oh, really now? The plot thickens. Who did Naomi have a crush on? Why was she so nervous about it? Because, if he's not worthy of her, me and Zuzu will make him disappear. Just saying. Why couldn't she tell me? Yeah, why couldn't she tell you? Let's think about this for a few minutes. I put my phone back into my pocket, ending the conversation. Hopefully Naomi would explain things to me soon. I was almost abnormally curious about her and this mystery crush. Time continued until the end of class period in that exact status. Naomi held her tense ground, focusing on nothing but the incoherent scribbles on her paper, while Zuzu and I watched on in worry, not caring for the class we were in. Wow, really? Oh, come on, girl. Can you focus just a little sometimes? Just a little. As the bell rang, Naomi stood up suddenly.
I need to go. See you in economics.
Huh? No. And for the first time ever, Naomi was the first person out of the door.
What just happened?
Agreed. I don't know. You know what? Let's go get her. Come on. Onward. I needed to see what was wrong. Naomi was important to me, and I needed to help her. I instantly grabbed my thighs. Oh, that's a slip of the tongue. I instantly grabbed my things and rushed out of the room.
Whoa! Anderson! Hey!
Keep up. I wasn't listening. I needed to get to Naomi. The hall was full of students, which made spotting Naomi a little harder. I wished I was just a little taller. Girl, you should have worn your heels today. All I'm saying. Naomi? I began to push through the crowd, trying to find a trace of her. Her hair, her shirt, anything. I managed to get a glimpse of her white bow, instinctively following it down the hall into a classroom. Naomi's class was the other way. Where was she going? I continued following and peeked into the classroom, seeing no one else in there except Naomi. Okay, I call shenanigans, because both in school and college, and even into my adult education when I was learning Swedish, the classrooms, unless a class is going on, are usually locked. Because teachers and faculty do not trust the students to mess them up when they're not there. So I call shenanigans at this. What shocked me was seeing Naomi standing over an empty desk, whimpering and almost sobbing. I didn't know what to do. The world behind me and the hall went into slow motion as I stared at Naomi's back. She obviously wanted to be alone, but I wanted to help her and fix whatever was bothering her. Help her, darn it. I couldn't leave her like this. I quietly stepped into the room and closed the door, making Naomi flinch and freeze up. Naomi? Naomi gasped before turning to me, a shocked expression on her face. Tears had painted her cheeks, which made my heart sink in my chest. Naomi, what's wrong?
It's nothing. Nothing.
Yes? Naomi quickly rubbed her eyes and face, trying to cover her face and clean it of sadness. I pressed my lips together, not believing her. Naomi, talk to me. You are acting strangely in history.
I was just listening to the lecture.
Lies! Where did you get that purple pencil? You were scribbling in your notebook. I was watching almost the entire class period.
I have bad handwriting.
No, you don't, liar. No, she didn't. Called it. She had the most precise and elegant handwriting I'd ever seen. Why was she lying to me? What was going on? What was making her so distraught? Naomi, whatever is troubling you, let me help you.
You can't help me, okay?
No, it's not okay. And yes, I can. I'm the main character. I stepped back, feeling the sudden anger in her voice. She covered her mouth, regarding what came out of it, and stared almost in pure fright at me. Naomi. I stepped towards her, not wanting to scare her, but wanting to be closer. Naomi didn't seem affected, so I continued to walk towards her. Eventually, we're almost a desk away from each other. Tell me. Naomi stared before letting out a shuddering sigh. Nodding in defeat, I slowly took a seat in the desk in front of me, watching as she moved to stand in front of it.
I've been having some issues, okay?
Such as? Go on. Issues? What about?
Well, I mean, it's not an issue, but... I mean, it's hard to describe.
Is someone bothering you?
In a way.
In a way. If this is Lizette, Zuzu and I will team up and we will hurt her. Okay? Is someone bullying you?
No.
Okay, so it's not beat up Lizette time. Okay. Does someone have a crush on you?
Well, actually, it's the opposite.
Oh? Go on. You have a crush on someone? That's great, sweetie. Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know how to handle it. I mean, I used to believe I liked only guys, but all of a sudden I had these feelings.
Oh.
So I went to Kay, but she only listened and told me to just go along with it. But I don't know how to,
Okay, breathe, girl. In. Out. In. Out. Come on, it's gonna be okay. You have a crush on a girl?
That's
Scandalous.
not bad, is it?
No.
I'm the one who always wanted to talk about guys.
Sweetie, you can like both. It's okay, it's called bisexual. Among other things. I know there's other gender identities and titles that go with this love me. Pansexual. That's the word I was looking for. There's many things you could be, sweetie. It's okay. No way. You can like whoever you want to like. Good job, Mika. Good job.
But what if I liked someone who was really close to me?
Zuzu? Oh, your wedding's gonna be gorgeous. You can have it at my house. It'll be great. My mind instantly went to Zuzu. Did Naomi like her? There was no way. Yeah, I don't see that duo happening either. Then again, maybe Zuzu's rebellious personality interested Naomi enough to like her after all these years. It wouldn't be impossible. Yet, somehow, I felt a little jealous. Naomi like Zuzu? How could that be? She's not even a main character. I had to stop. This wasn't helping Naomi. I need to help her feel better beyond anything else. Oh, you're a good friend, Mika. So what? If you like someone close to you, that makes the feeling that much more powerful. Who knows, maybe she likes you back. Naomi stared at me with a look I almost couldn't understand. It seemed strange, but it was almost loving.
What if the person I like is you?
Ah! Yay! Aww. I felt like I was dreaming. What? She liked me? Huh? When? How? Naomi looked down at the desk, her face turning red.
I've liked you for a while now. I mean, well, I've liked you since last year.
Aww.
I was really not sure about how I felt though until last semester when I started seeing Kay.
Aww. I like this writing. It does feel like something that really does happen in the real world, especially in high school.
She told me that what I was feeling was normal.
Good.
Even though I kind of thought I'd always go for men. I mean,
well, you
not
can't
that I have
resist the
anything
main
against
character.
people who aren't straight, but like...
Girl, it's called Hawk Syndrome and Hawk Sexuals. Only, I guess this time you're a Mika sexual? Look at it that way.
She told me that what I was...
Naomi whimpered as she fumbled over her words. I found it adorable, but I couldn't help but stare in surprise at her. She liked me. She really liked me. Gently, Naomi took one of my hands and brought it to her lips, closing her eyes to breathe before looking back at me.
I like you. I really do. Okay?
Yes, it's okay. I like you too. I felt my heart flutter in flattery. Naomi, one of my best friends, liked me. I wasn't sure what to say. Naomi's face was almost as red as a tomato, but she continued to hold my hand, wanting me to say something. She was a patient woman. I guess the confession really got her nerves out, because now she was calm and seemed relaxed. What could I say to her, though? This was a huge deal for her and me. She had been one of my best friends for the majority of my life, and here she was, confessing to having a crush on me. It was surreal, but it made me feel both strange and fluffy. Naomi smiled and gently lowered my hand. I watched as she let out a relaxed sigh.
I feel so much better after saying that. Thank you.
Aww. You're best girl, Naomi. I couldn't help but stare at Naomi longer. Was she not expecting me to say anything in return? A sentence bubbled in my stomach, forcing itself out of my mouth without filter. I'm glad you feel better. Wow. I half expect that line just to be, thank you. But you know what? Go out with me. I didn't know what came over me. I let it spill out. I liked her, though. I liked her a lot. She was adorable and cute in her own special way. I loved that she was an individual and stayed true to herself, no matter what Zuzu or I did. Sure, she was a little ditzy, but that added to the charm. Okay, I'm sorry. Tea on the field here. In what way was she ditzy? In all of her dialogue, she feels the most put together, the most straight-laced, the most straightforward. I'm just saying, I do not see where the ditzy comes from. Naomi stared wide-eyed at me, blushing as red as could be. I was positive that, if she blushed any more, she would faint from all the blood rushing into her cheeks to color them that red.
Did you just...
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I stood up and gently took Naomi's hand. I needed her to know how I felt. She was pouring her feelings out to me. It was more than fair to share mine with her. I really like you too. You're adorable, and I love that about you. You're kind and sophisticated, and you have this sort of charm. Naomi, will you go out with me? Naomi was completely red in the face, but her eyes started to water. Rogue tears slipped down the edges of her eyes as she smiled at me.
Yes, I will!
Naomi rushed around the desk, separating us, and hugged me tightly. I held her and smiled. I felt a small part of my heart filled with pure joy. I felt happy, like nothing was going to stand in my way with Naomi to my help. Months went by since Naomi's confession. We were happy, and eventually graduation came along. Aww! Yay! Look at us! It's cute. Although I would like art for this, please. The rest of the story could almost be passed over. No! I want to see the story! We had to sit through so much magical nonsense. I graduated from high school as one of the top 10 students of my class. Aw, wasn't valedictorian. Boo. My family was proud, even my dad. Maybe it was because I did my best in school. Maybe it was because I was finally a woman in his eyes. Or maybe he just made peace with you're a lesbian. I don't know. Naomi, my girlfriend, went to culinary school right after school. Yeah. This needed an editor. Went to culinary school right after graduating high school, learning the basics of cooking and business. Her desire to make a cafe was astounding, and soon she was ranked as tops of her classes with the first few weeks. Aw, good for my girlfriend. She's all ambitious and stuff. Kay offered Naomi a job at the Pink Lady Cafe, letting her serve with Lily as a supervisor. Naomi instantly accepted and worked with Lily to bring customers in the town the best coffee and treats ever made. Aw, look at my girlfriend being all ambitious. Good for her. But what of my future? Yeah, what of your future, slacker? Well, with Naomi's support, I finally decided to stand up for myself. After I graduated, Andrew and I presented our cases to the board and decided to have Andrew step into the CEO position of Anderson Toy Company. Aw, good for him. He deserves it. My father was beyond shocked. I congratulated Andrew and went to the University of Chicago to get a degree while Andrew dedicated himself full-time to the company. Good for you, and good for him. Andrew vowed to respect the wishes of the late CEO and help the company become an even grander? I don't know, I became Southern all of a sudden. Company. Andrew had a large amount of heart, so it was very easily accomplished. Oh, good for him. Good that the company is going to continue, even if I'm not running it. My grandfather would have been proud to see Andrew help it shine. With the CEO position filled, my father had no choice but to let me decide my future, which made me happy beyond compare. No longer would I have the future scaring me into a corner. I could choose my own life. That being said, I was still scared of what the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help Andrew build the company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Naomi reassured me that she would support me and help me through whatever I decided to do. I was grateful and would never forget that promise. Oh, good for you, girl. Also, I want pictures of this. I was happy, and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. One morning, I woke up and took in all that had happened as if it were all a dream. My life seemed to fall perfectly into place. It was almost surreal.
Is everything as you wanted, sweetie?
Eh? What? Why am I hearing voices? Ah! Who are you? I sharply turned my head to see a woman dressed in a gold and black gown staring at me with unnaturally red eyes. You know, it's a little early in the day for an evening wear look, just saying. For some reason, I felt as if she were familiar. I just couldn't place my finger on it. She twirled around a small purple pencil, smiling to me with a happy look. I, however, wasn't happy to have a sudden intruder. Who are you?
There's no need to worry about who I am. I just wanted to
Exactly.
make sure you got what you desired. I didn't want to just leave you empty-handed.
Really, is that so? What I desired. This was making no sense, yet, in my heart, I felt like it did. Something about her was making my heart both elate and angry, but I couldn't pin down why. That is disconcerting. How did she even appear in my room in the first place? Yeah, that, you should be a lot more freaked out about that. Whoever you are, you need to leave. I will not hesitate to call the police.
Oh, I'm leaving all right. I just
Cool.
wanted a small pick-me-up.
Huh?
Chasing down boys and bringing them home was a hard job and
Not
took
my
a lot
problem,
out of
lady.
me.
I don't care, not my problem, GTFO. I felt suddenly weak, staring at the woman. I felt warm and fuzzy inside my body, and I wanted the woman to cure me. No. Naomi. We put time into this relationship. Do not screw this up, Mika. Why was I feeling like this?
Would you mind if I steal a little kiss
Yes.
for the road?
I
It'll
mind
be
a
a
lot.
long trek to where I'm going, and I need to make sure I have the energy to get there. It's only fair since I helped you get your little happy ending, no?
You did nothing. I did all the work. What are you talking about? I felt myself nod. What was I doing? The woman smiled before walking over, leaning over me and kissing my cheek. I felt waves of energy leap from my body through my cheek. I felt elated and confused, but I almost moaned at the feel of the kiss. Girl, do not start cheating on her. She deserves better. After a short moment, the woman finally stepped away with a lick of her lips. She rubbed a finger over her lips as she stepped away from me. I couldn't help but stare blankly at her surprise and confusion.
Lovely. Now, this is the last time you'll see me.
Good. Bye.
I hope you and your sweet Naomi have a wonderful life together.
I'm sure we will. Now go away. The woman placed the purple pencil into her... Wow. As someone that also has some fairly substantial cleavage in the right bra, I don't want a pencil there. Ever. It's not comfortable. Placed the purple pencil into her cleavage of the dress and began to leave the room. I was too stunned to move, but I watched as the woman opened my balcony window, floated up, and dropped from the balcony.
And thus, my price is paid.
Bah. And that's a weird thing to say. I heard her voice echo in my mind before I heard the snapping of a pencil breaking my thoughts. What was I thinking about? Must have been like puppies. I was thinking about puppies. And my girlfriend Naomi, whom I love very, very much. Oh, yes, my life. I let my mind wander to the future before my phone started ringing. I instantly picked it up. Hello?
Hey, can I come over?
Always. Come on. Yeah, sure. What's up?
I just need to talk to you.
Aw, you sound excited about something. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Also, if you have this big-ass mansion, why is she not living with you already? I grew worried. What was wrong? Did something happen? My mind began to sort through possibilities that could have occurred with Naomi. Soon enough, I heard Naomi's car pull up to the gate. I rushed to the front doors and opened them to see Naomi looking at me with a gigantic, happy smile.
Guess what happened?
What happened? Wait, guess what?
Just guess.
I didn't kiss a crazy demon lady this morning? I mean, nothing happened. I mean, your hair looks nice? Alright. Did you get transferred up a level in class?
Nope.
Oh. Alright. Did you win something?
In a way.
My heart. Gotcha. Before I knew it, Naomi was holding up a ticket that had the word Paris printed across in bold letters.
Guess who's going to Paris for summer before sophomore year?
Oh my god, that's so great! I'm so happy for you, and I'm totally gonna be here alone. Shoot. I wish you have a really fun trip. Paris? Oh wow, that's awesome. I smiled, seeing how happy Naomi was. She and I both knew that France was a great place to learn about cafes, second only to Italy. However, I felt my heart grow heavy. She was going to Paris. I was gonna be here. The date across the top noted that the trip was in 3 days and would last the entire summer. She and I had talked about going together as kind of an international date of sorts, and she was going to go alone.
Huh? I know that look on your face. What's wrong?
You're kidding me. You're gonna hook up with some random French girl. Well, we'll be in a long-distance relationship. Naomi stared at me blankly before looking to her hands. She then started to giggle before laughing hysterically. Huh? What's so funny?
I'm sorry, I didn't show you.
Show me? Naomi gently moved her fingers, revealing a second ticket behind hers. I gasped and stared as she smiled widely at me.
We both can go.
Oh, trip! Yes! Aw, kissies! Hey! I felt my heart lift with its heavy feelings as I stared at the second ticket. I quickly rushed at Naomi and hugged her, kissing her. She was shocked, but I felt relaxed in her arms. She kissed me back. Oh, this really is a good ending. I didn't want to wake up if this was indeed a dream. I felt light as a feather, not wanting to ever let go of this woman in my arms. There were no words that could describe the emotions within me. I felt joy, happiness, ecstatic, high, all at once. Here I was, holding the woman I wanted to be with like nothing else mattered. I vowed to cherish her and love her for the remainder of my days and beyond. And that was my happily ever after. The end. End Naomi's love. Oh. And that is the first of the many romances you can pursue in this game. Yes, it was a love more ordinary, but I always found that you don't really get to see the non-demon succubi romances showcased, so this is why I'm starting with her.
Innocent, ignorant.
And music time.
Tell me, did you get your way? Sing your sweet melody. Bear the burden of the choices that you made. Go on.
Okay, this is really not in my key. My apologies. The person who sings this does an amazing job, though.
For now, you're moving on. 'Cause in the end, when your story's over,
Thank you, voice cast. You did an amazing job. Bradley Gareth, Christopher, Alejandro, Ethan, Joanne, Pickles 131, Samantha, Zach,
let your fingers touch
Michelle,
the sky.
James, Will, Lee,
Your
Trina,
journey's far from
Chandra,
over.
Kimberly, Stephen
There's a
Walker,
million stories left
Steve
to
Warkey, Ryan,
write.
Sheila,
Be
Kayla,
free to
Megan,
explore
Helen,
the
Chris,
life you
Megan.
seek.
Wait, there was a Tiffy? I did not see Tiffany here. I am
The
confused.
choices that you
Martha,
made were
Helen, Kendra,
right.
and all these people. Some of them are repeat names. You all did an amazing job with the voice acting. You guys did great. Thank you so much.
Find regret inside. Don't let the pain
Chained to the Monster is another. That was our ringtone, as well as the main theme.
Soon you will see.
Theme Fly High, which is what we're hearing right now, is being wonderfully sung by Michelle Laws. She was amazing. Christopher Escalante did an amazing job writing this. Good job. Also, the amazing Kickstarters that brought this to us. Thank you so much for donations. I'm not going to butcher all your names. Good job, everybody.
Urging you on. Don't be afraid. All the fear inside will fade. The trials that
So that was
you
Seduce Me Otome.
face
It is a very
will make
nice
you strong.
little game. You can probably clear it after
Light Feel the wind blow
Like I said in the
as
first
you
video, it is
fly.
currently free on
Your
Steam if you're
journey's
interested in
not
checking it
yet
out.
over.
I 100%
There's
recommend it.
100
It is really good.
battles left to
I don't know how many more of the paths I'm going to
Be
do.
free to
Mostly
be
because
who
I'm
you
going to be taking care of a
want
sick
to
fiance for the next
be.
foreseeable
You have
future,
just
but
one life
hopefully I will still be able
only.
to make and
Know the
produce content.
choices that
And this is
you
one of the games
make
I do want to get to come back to one day. Ooh, special thanks to family and friends of the cast and crew. Our Kickstarter our Kickstarter backers and supporters. The Seduce Me Otome fan base. And a bunch of names. Barb Dicks, Crab Nipples, and Richard's Pickles. Please, just don't ask.
Let your fingers touch the sky.
But I want to ask now, because I am dead curious about that.
There's a million stories left to write.
There's not a million stories, but there's more endings to be explored.
To explore the life you seek, to embrace the love you carry, know the choices that you made were right.
And if they weren't right, abuse the power of save state. Always, always save. An achievement unlocked, Naomi's Love. I don't know when we'll be coming back to this, but hopefully soon. Until next, tak the Katilok Hedo.